It was me, Barry. I created brunch. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, please consider subscribing for more collectible review and discussion content. And as always, I would really appreciate it if you could like the video. With that out of the way, for today's video, we have the Reverse Flash DC Multiverse McFarlane toy. And I'm super excited. This is my first Reverse Flash figure. Alright, so let's get this guy unboxed. So here we have Eobard Thawne out of the box, and he's definitely the same figure as the original Rebirth Flash that McFarlane sold about a year ago. Which makes sense, he's Reverse of Flash, so why not reuse pretty much all of it. Obviously the main difference, the symbol is reversed, different head sculpt, and different hands, and then of course different paint. It is a great figure, and one thing I really love about that McFarlane Flash and this Reverse Flash is, to my knowledge, it's really the first action figure you can get in a running pose for the Flash. A lot of times with Mattel and DC Direct, they have these really good looking Flash figures, but the articulation is so bad, you can't even have them run, which is important for Flash. So really glad that we now have a Reverse Flash to go with the Rebirth Flash. And he looks great. One thing I noticed, it's on the trading card and just the original picture they released. He had more of a matte yellow, and it looks really good there. He is a little bit more glossy, which I think doesn't quite look as good. It's not a lot though. It doesn't shine too much. So here he is close up. To me, it looks pretty much like the same head sculpt as Barry. They just made him angry, which in some iterations he has altered his appearance to look like Barry, so that works. I just really like the classic look. I know this is Rebirth, but definitely adheres to the classic Reverse Flash with a few little extra details. And then the belt and the gauntlet pieces have some flair. Reverse Flash figures are hard to come by. They are few and far in between, so I would highly recommend picking this guy up for articulation. He can bend his head to the side about that much. Other side's a little tighter on mine for some reason. He can look down quite a bit and up not very much. His neck kind of hunches over, which works for running poses but looks kind of weird standing up. And then 360 degrees for the head rotation. For the arms, he does have butterfly joints, bicep swivels, which parts of the arm get in the way to turn it completely, but it does turn about that much. He can extend his arms out completely. He does have double jointed knees and elbows, which is always appreciated. There we have his fist. I wish he came with more hands. Fist isn't necessarily a running hand, but it works. I really like this hand. It just looks like he's doing something evil. He's got like the gnarly fingers going on. So that's really nice. He has, of course, the ball wrist, like all McFarlane toys for the most part. Coming down to the chest and torso, he can bend back a lot. Oof. That's maybe the most of any McFarlane figure that I've seen, at least. Can bend forward quite a bit, not as much as back, but it works. And this is really good for running poses, so that's a really good detail there, or articulation, I should say. He can essentially do the splits, and he has the standard kind of movement for McFarlane. You can kind of rotate the thighs a little bit. No thigh cut though. Again, double jointed knees. It is a little tight. As I always say, be careful. They can break easily sometimes if you just are really forceful. The ball ankle joints or pivots, they have a decent range of motion, and of course the toe pivot. Very good articulation, I would say, and very important for a running character. So there are tons of possibilities for posing this guy. I like this one. It's kind of like if he's coming to a stop and he's still got the lightning flowing behind him. You can definitely get him into some pretty awesome running poses, which again is one thing I really love about this figure and the regular Flash figure. I think it should be a must for all Flash action figures. It's really nice to see that McFarlane is putting the time into this articulation. This is the cheapest Reverse Flash figure you will find on the market, of course, until it sells out, and then it's scalped on eBay for tons of money. So I would highly recommend picking this guy up as soon as you can. And this is how Reverse Flash looks compared to the Rebirth Flash. Again, they look awesome together. And here we have him next to the Injustice 2 Gorilla Grodd and Injustice 2 Flash. The style of Reverse Flash and Injustice Flash don't quite mesh. However, there is a rumor that we're getting an Injustice 2 Reverse Flash, which I hope and pray for because that's one of my favorite designs for Reverse Flash. They still look good together. It's cool that we finally have 2 Flash villains in the line, and here's hoping for more. Alright guys, final thoughts. Amazing figure. I already loved the Flash figure, so I knew I would love this. The paint, I just wish it were a little more matte like the promotional images, but that's honestly my single and only complaint. This guy is amazing. Again, go buy him as soon as you can. This will sell out quick. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really appreciate the views and the comments and subscribing. I apologize for less content recently. I do work full-time and go to school, so I upload when I can. I appreciate all of the support and hope you have a great rest of your day or evening. Brunch.